Welcome to the OutpostX. I recorded this video during my last trip to Utah when I visited the village of OutpostX, but this is not a guided meditation, rather I recorded myself in the process of meditation, standing next to my Zen dome. So I don't believe in a one-size-fits-all approach. I believe in listening to your body's personal needs and, most importantly, owning the skill to actually listen to what it needs. And believe me, it's like the hardest part. So I recorded the process and I am welcoming you to stay and observe. All the weird stuff I'm doing here is a mix of meditation, somatic experiencing for trauma, working with psychosomatics, EFT tapping, and basically just uniting every modality I know that suits me best in the moment. Also, let me give you like a short prequel to what's going on here specifically, so what happened, and what I actually do every time I get sick, when I don't feel well, or I get like a panic attack or PTSD symptoms are coming back or something like that. So on the first day of our stay at this hotel, something happened to our heater and it got really cold at night. And every time I get sick, catch a cold, or I have some mild problems, I always work with my body. That includes methods from various angles, not just conventional methods where you just take pill, drink tea or antibiotics or something like that, and don't question what's going on within you. For me, I, work with my body from various angles. And then as a last resort, if I have to, I do take standard approaches, but I like to unite, multiple methods for like a holistic approach. So for starters, it's like always I'm looking for reasons for my body's sickness within me. And even though, yes, like you can catch a cold or a virus, everyone can, but I deeply believe that we catch these things that, when they already resonate with us. In a simple explanation, I would say that when you stress yourself out regularly, when you burn out yourself, so you're like a definite candidate to catch that virus that's like lingering around the neighborhood because your nervous system is already down when you're like disconnected with your body. That day I woke up feeling sick at like 5:30 in the morning, I say. And instead of just like, usually when people do it, instead of just thinking, oh, okay, it's flu, and then do everything that is resonating with treating the flu, I started with meditation. So basically, you're observing me right now doing it. So what do? I start meditation not in a very conventional method as well, not like sitting in a prayer pose. It's not mandatory. The goal here is just to get connected with your body. So if it requires for you to sit down or lay down, close your eyes, basically what you need to do is just feel deep within you what's going on. So I know your mind will tell you like nothing is going on, just a cold, but you need to talk to your body basically. And what I do is I don't just do movements by the book, right? So what book told me to do, as you see, I do all the movements that resonate with me in the moment and definitely listen to what my body needs. As I am continuing working with my body, I realized that I feel a lot of fear inside. Like I want to run away or collapse, just, you know, really cry and just feel small. I felt a lot of fear in my body. So I began those somatic exercises and or even like EFT tapping. I'm not sure if you heard about these techniques, but you can definitely learn about them online. I won't get into the specifics because, as I said, I use my own technique, which is simple. As you see, I am just closing my eyes and I'm either like rocking from side to side, I'm touching and feeling my skin, and definitely trying to connect to those emotions within and see where I feel them in the moment. And the actual goal here is to get movement in the body and get myself out of the freeze mode. It can be different for, you know, different for different people, but as I say in my example, I felt a lot of fear and I felt that I want to collapse. So I realized that I'm feeling a lot of it in the chest region, maybe my back, hands. Basically, if I were to replicate how my body felt in the moment, I would just make a yogi ball out of myself and I would stay small and press and collapse like that. So the goal here, and actually everyone can catch a cold, right? But when I woke up, I actually already felt a lot of fear in my body. I felt that my voice is going down because I kind of woke up not just feeling cold, but almost like screamed from a panic attack. I realized that there's something going on. So the goal here was to get that stiffness out of those areas, and it was hard because I was going against the gravity, let's say, like I want to collapse. And as you see, I am laying down because I don't feel like I have a lot of strength to like work it out, but I move it out, like I get my body open, I do a lot of like open movements, I try to stretch it out and get myself like out and standing and feeling stronger and like rolling myself out and, you know, all the movements like that. Then, of course, I would try to connect those feelings to some memories. Maybe there will be something that I would find that is like stuck inside of me. Like to every emotion or every feeling inside, there's a story. So I'm trying to connect to the story, and all the stories, they were related to for me, like being disempowered, feeling small, collapsed. So all I'm trying to do is, and actually I'm covering myself up with a towel just because it's freaking hot in the Utah's desert, but I'm trying to ground myself. So like trying to get my body out of the stories that are in my head and try to get in the present, grounded. That's why I do a lot of like stomping my feet, you know, like here I am in the present. Then I will try to stretch and feel like here I am, I'm big and I'm strong. And I know for your mind it probably sounds silly, stupid, but body has its own, I don't know how to say it, has its own, you know, timeline, gravity, has its own thing. It just doesn't believe what the mind says. It's just there, and it's your responsibility to work through it. And psychosomatics, when you work through the body, it's not that it's magic. I know maybe it sounds like it's magic, like you're gonna be tapping yourself and dancing like that and screaming out, and then all your psychosomatic based like illnesses will go away. but it's not like that. And I heard people sometimes refer to, and they also call it spiritual, which I don't find anything spiritual in what I do here on the video, but some people refer to this as something spiritual, and they claim that the spiritual approaches they can treat, like, the worst possible illnesses in people, even treating like tumors or something as severe as like cancer, but it doesn't work like that. However, I would say that from a perspective of a person who developed some chronic problems like allergies or panic attacks, or basically in the last year and a half, I had like about 5 episodes of bronchitis that would come and I would lose my voice for no reason at all. I would say it has like psychosomatical approach, and as you work with your body, it requires like both conventional method, but also it requires for you to treat the root cause, which sometimes, and especially in the cases of when it's psychosomatic based, it requires you to find a reason to why it's happening and work with your body, and then you have more control, then the severity is less, then it happens less and less. So I believe that it can be like as a combination when you work together with the conventional medicine, not against it, then it's really, really powerful. So I believe in like combination. Since I connected to my body and it felt like there was something trapped, like I wanted to say something and I didn't, like I wanted to scream and I couldn't, like there was something related to that. That's why I was doing a lot of rocking and moving and rubbing, and you see me like yawning, and actually I was screaming in the moment. It felt, and actually no matter how many times I do it, I still feel so stupid in the moment. My mind is like, whoa, it's insane, you're crazy, but my body needs it. That's why I do it, even though I look silly. But I was like, when and where, if not in the desert, do it. So I was pushing through this resistance, and I was, trying to get the movement out, and I was trying to get that scream out that got maybe like stuck over there in the body. What I also want to say is that most of the time, professional advice doing something like that would be to only do it in their offices or under, the care of some therapist or a professional, like mental health professional. But since I've had therapy for like the last 6 years, and I'm working towards degree in psychology myself, so and also I have an experience, right? And I'm familiar with these practices. That's why I feel safe to go deep like that and do it myself. But my advice would be, like, if you've never done this before, to seek help from a therapist, of course, but not just any. I would refer to specifically to a somatic therapist, when they connect your body and your mind for like a really good cohesive work with your mind and your body, and you'll see the results. So it's not just you talking, it's not just medicating myself, rather than it's a really good holistic approach to your mind and your body. Because if you get traumatized through your body, right, then how come it can help you by just thinking about it? No. You need to do the movement, you need to do the sounding, the voicing, it's, screaming, crying, ugly crying, laughing, get the emotion out, get those like stiff emotions, some like previous stories out of you, get your body moving, and yeah, this is it. This is what I do every time I don't feel well in my body, when I felt like I'm getting sick or something. I definitely still get help from a conventional medicine. It doesn't mean that I won't take antibiotics or something like that. If I need to, I do. But I believe in a holistic approach to your mind and your body, as I said. And this is me showcasing what I do. I hope you liked it. I hope you try it. You don't have to do it for as long as I do it. You don't have to do it in the same intensity. But definitely the advice here would be to get connected to your body. You are, you have to be friends with your body. Don't run away. Stay present and feel. And that's all that you need to do in that moment. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please support my baby channel with like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Thank you.